Welcome to Community Cafe, where strangers become new friends. New friends become old friends, and old friends become family. Please join our table or take a seat at the counter. We're glad you came. Hi, everyone. You're listening to Society Bites Radio, social interaction for the mind, the body, and the soul. And today we have a special guest with us who is the designer, creator, and curator of BSWANKY.
Correct.
I said it right.
You said it right.
I said it right. BSWANKY. Okay, I like that. That's much easier to know that I did that correctly because I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to be initials or not. And we are here with the lovely Gretchen Bauer. Gretchen, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, first thing we want to do is tell our audience who Gretchen is. Tell us a little bit about your background and where you came from.
Okay. First and foremost, I'm a mother of three, and I have children that are in Philadelphia and here in Sarasota, 2 sons and a daughter. I'm originally from the main line of Philadelphia, Radnor, Pennsylvania, where I grew up and lived until 7 years ago before moving to Sarasota, Florida. And I had an interior design firm and a design center outside of Philadelphia for 25 years.
Florida's a big change from Philadelphia. We don't get as much snow as they do.
Well, that's one of the reasons I moved, because of the weather, but also because the people on the west coast of Florida are so friendly.
They are. That's true. I came here in 2004, and it was like, okay, I'm home.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't want to go anywhere else once I got down here. Well, what made you decide to start your business or build your business here?
First, I started as an interior designer here in Sarasota, and then BSWANKY is something that came to me. It came to my attention that there were women in San Antonio, Texas, that were in a sweatshop situation. And I realized after reading the book Start With Why that I had lost my why. I did interior design here. I was just doing it for money. And I knew that there was an opportunity to make a difference out there.
How does your project and your product, how do you feel that it makes the biggest impact? What did you change?
What did I change? The product, it's more about not just the purse. We manufacture luxury handbags, and they are transformational handbags that go from handbags to backpacks. But it's more about the purpose behind the purse. So it's more about the manufacturing of the bag. We have our own factory here in Sarasota, Florida. We manufacture with 3 full-time amazing immigrant seamstresses. So the biggest difference I'm making is in these women's lives because they have come from less than optimal conditions, and they've actually come knocking on our doors, and now there's joy in their day, and they love their jobs.
Is there any chance that our political situation in today's government, do you feel that that's going to have an impact on your immigrant workers?
You know, it's interesting you say that. I've been in touch with the White House several times with 4 different people, and we are trying to get attention down in Sarasota about what we're doing because we have committed to the Pledge to America's Workers to hire American workers. And I believe this administration right now is supportive of BSWANKY at least, and we have legal immigrants working with us. And again, they've been supportive so far.
When you look at an employee to come in and work in your factory, what are the things that you look for in that person?
Oh my gosh. First and foremost is we need a team player. It's got to be teamwork. We have language barriers, which we find entertaining. We have a lot of translators, and if they're willing to be committed, to come in with a positive attitude's most important, and they have basic sewing skills and are willing to learn, they're a fit for BSWANKY. And the most amazing thing we found about these amazing immigrant women is they have gratitude, something that I wish we all had more of in this country. They are grateful to have a job.
I get the impression that people today they take our lives for granted, and they think that it's always going to be this way.
I agree. And these women don't. One has come from Venezuela, one from Peru, and one from Russia. And I believe probably their toughest day at BSWANKY would have been better than their best day in their countries they came from. Yep.
I tend to agree. It's interesting that you would take on the immigrant workers. I don't mean to spend too much time on that, but I do want people to understand that this still is a country of necessity is the mother of invention, and we still have the American dream. I don't think it's gone yet. Do you?
No, that's what we put in most of our social media, that this is the American dream. These women are coming. They're paid 30% over the industry average. They love what they're doing. They're artisans. And that's one of the things in our country where some of the trades, including leather work and sewing, are not something that are taught in the schools or in the families anymore. So we are partnering with women that have the experience already from their cultural backgrounds.
How did you get involved with the companies that you now sell with? I see that you're with the Ritz-Carlton, Saratoga Saddlery, Foxley Farm, Fab Finds by Sarah, Pinto Ranch, and Dover Saddlery. Tell us why these are your carrier, and how did you find them?
Well, we just started going into retail. We were doing mostly online sales and independent sales reps all over the country and even in the UK, and we found that was not scalable. It was very challenging to manage. So we realized we needed to start pitching to retailers, and we put it out there, and we had some resistance at the beginning. And they said, oh, we don't sell handbags, or this is a very expensive handbag for a relatively new brand that we've never heard of. And I said, try it on, give it a test drive, put it on your shelf. And you know what happened? People bought them.
Sold out.
They sold out, and they kept ordering more. So I'm grateful to these high-end luxury retailers that have taken a chance on us. And we're looking for more retailers right now. Saks has reached out and asked for our line sheet twice, so we're optimistic about that. But we are a fit for these high-end retailers, especially the saddlery or equestrian ones, because we have the hair on cowhide and the python bags, which are desirable to that market.
And knowing that Florida has an unlimited supply of pythons right now.
Exactly.
That should work out pretty good.
Yep, we will never run out.
Now, what's going to happen when you turn around tomorrow and you end up being Oprah's favorite thing?
Oh, my gosh, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. We can scale, and we can bring in the people. We have women waiting to work for us, which is it's very telling right now that we've created this culture, and it's kind of like the mentality, if you build it, they will come. And we've done that.
And if you treat them well, they will bring their friends.
Exactly. And family. We have family members that are waiting.
Awesome. Was this design for this handbag something that you just dreamed up? How did you come by the design? Because these are unique. These are not like anything I'm used to seeing in the handbag industry. These are awesome. Tell me how you came up with this design.
Thank you. The first design is our Sophie handbag, and it has somewhat of a trapezoidal shape. And the gentleman I worked with designing this, Cedric, he was on vacation in Spain, and he saw these men selling pirated DVDs on a circle of canvas surrounded by leather with 2 leather cross straps. The authorities showed up. The men grabbed the cross straps, and the bag went up into a trapezoid. And that was the inspiration. So it's kind of like a thief bag.
Okay. I'm glad I don't have anything valuable in here. No, I think the most valuable thing that we have in the office today is you.
Oh, thank you.
We're very impressed. Now, I saw that you were working with the American Cancer Society's Making Strides for Breast Cancer, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that's where I ran into you, and I was so impressed with this great big rack that you were taking out that was so full of all these purses. It was like, Joe, no, I have to look.
Yes, part of our mission is, we have empowering women and giving back. And we do both of those with American Cancer Society and Making Strides. And so we're always willing to donate handbags for like-minded organizations. And we also have a co-brand with National Breast Cancer Foundation and a trademarked brand called Unreal Pink that represents the unreal strength and the unreal courage that women come up with to not only battle the disease, but to support other women that have the disease. So it seemed like a perfect fit for making strides to donate one of our Unreal Pink bags.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. It's a perfect match. Women have to carry all kinds of stuff when they're going to chemo, and they have to have their little bandanas and their comfortable socks and their comfortable blouses. And that's such a handy little bag to carry anything and everything in. How many pockets on the inside?
There are 3 pockets on the inside. One is zipper, one is for your phone, one is for a pen, or like I like to use it, for your lipstick. And we also have a clasp that holds your key that is very helpful right on the inside of the bag, so you don't have to search for your keys.
That's pretty awesome. And the story behind them, that's an amazing story.
Thank you.
You hear about designs all the time, but nobody's ever come up with anything clever. And that's pretty unique. Do you think they'll get mad that you swipe that idea?
If they come to us, we'll deal with it. But
okay.
But what we've heard that is so interesting is people purchase the bag and they think they're just going to use it for travel. Mm-hmm. I sold 2 in TSA lines and 1 on an airplane. And so they go, oh, we put everything in it to go on our trip. They don't transfer their stuff back because they give us the feedback that it functions, but the number one piece of feedback is that they get more compliments on this bag than any other bag they've ever owned.
Oh, I can believe that. I really can, because these are awesome.
Thank you.
I think what we'd probably like to do is have 2 or 3 of them sitting on our table, and then having one that they could actually win.
Okay. Happy to do that.
I think that would be awesome, because we will have some other trinkets out on the tables, too. And for those of you who don't realize this, the Making Strides event is October 19th at 8 a.m. at Nathan Benderson Park here in beautiful, sunny Sarasota, Florida. And we really hope for great weather that day, because we want to showcase these purses. These are just awesome. And I think our runners will love them.
Well, thank you. And something I wanted to say is, with Be Swanky, our tagline is Be the Difference. So whenever we have the opportunity to give back, we do. We want to be the difference out there in manufacturing, in empowering women. And with our Unreal Pink brand, during the month of October, we give back twice as much during that month, 20% of the wholesale of the sale price of the handbag to NBCF. So not only are we donating, but then we also treat it as if it was sold, and we give back, because that's
awesome.
Part of our mission.
That's an amazing legacy to leave.
Thank you.
It shows people that there's still kindness, there's still caring in the world. Doesn't matter how big you get. Those of us who never forgot where we came from remember that there's people that still have to make that journey.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that's pretty awesome. Well, what's going on in the future? What's your next plan?
Our next plan, I'm going to keep traveling. We have a meeting with one of the top reality show producers in 2 weeks, so I'll be meeting with her, and that's up in Philadelphia. And so they're interested in doing a reality show on Be Swanky, and it would be a positive, inspirational show.
How it's made.
Some people have said the law of attraction, and I'm known as unfettered optimism. So perhaps taking that angle, but we're excited about that. We also have several celebrities carrying our bags, and we are hoping to get photos with them and then also get them in the hands of other inspiring celebrities, and especially in the Latina community. And we are partnering with an organization in Sarasota called Enterprising Latinas, where they train women to sew, and we're meeting with them next week, and we're going to surprise them with a special bag we're making that they didn't know nothing about, where it'll be limited edition. We had an artist paint on the leather, and we're going to put out 50 bags and give back to them to help their nonprofit organization train these women.
Giving back is so important when you own a business, because for those of you who have never started a business or have never tried to do something on your own, this is almost a monumental feat to start your own business with an idea or a conception that you don't know if it's going to work or not. So for those of you